Hey there, Stacy here. Welcome to my channel. In this episode of Stacy Links Presents, I'm going to demonstrate and review this electric eyelash curler. Come on back. Alright, so in this episode I wanted to demonstrate and review this electric eyelash curler. Now this is a really neat unit and I'll talk about it in a minute here. But first I want to make sure that you go down below if you're new to this channel. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Alright, so on to the eyelash curler. Now this one here, this is an electric heated eyelash curler. It is a Westinghouse brand and I picked this thing up at Marshall's for $7. It's really cheap. Now if you look really closely on there, see if the camera will focus. Focus. Well, anyways, it looks like it's got a kind of a brush on it like that. And when you look inside, it's got elements that will heat up. So it's almost like a curling iron for your eyelashes. And I'll demonstrate this for you right away here. But what we need to do, first thing we need to do before we use this curler is we have to start with a little bit of mascara on our lashes. So while we're doing that, it does take a few minutes to heat up. I'm going to turn it on and this green light comes on. There, you can kind of see that. I'll let that heat up. And while we're doing that, I'll start with my mascara. And all you need is a little bit. So just kind of a little bit over your lashes like this. And then we have to let it dry. So finish this up here. All right, so I got some on my lashes. Now we'll just let it dry for a minute. We'll do that and I'll just cut it and we'll come right back. Alright, so now we're ready to use the eyelash curler. It is warmed up pretty good. So you just got to be careful with it. It is really, really hot. So the thing you want to do is you want to take advantage of the brush system in there. And you kind of want to brush it back like this. And kind of hold it up like that. And you want to brush it. And what happens is the heat will actually melt the mascara and will make it a heated liquid. And then you curl the lash back and the mascara will cool and harden and try to hold into place. So the only thing is you have to be careful not to let it touch your eyelid or you will burn yourself. So just be very careful of that. So you just brush up like this and try to hold. And sometimes it does take some of the mascara onto the brush, but don't worry about it. It'll just continue to get more and more black all the more you use it. Now I don't use it all the time. However, it does work pretty good. And now one issue that I usually have is that only part of my eyelashes are curled most of the time, like the ones on the edge here. But all ones in the front part are usually pretty straight, so I have to kind of work with those and get them to go. Alright, so then after that, we'll just let them cool and harden a bit, and then we'll go ahead and we'll add a little bit more mascara just to bulk it up a little bit more, and to just try to hold them into place. And there we are. I hope you can tell the difference there. You can see, hopefully you can see that my lashes look a lot more dramatic than they were when I started. You can hopefully see that. I hope you can. So I'll get into some pros and cons of this type of device. Now, one of the pros of this is it does work really, really well. It helps to keep your eyelashes curled for a long time, and it does help to make your lashes look more dramatic, because then you can manipulate the mascara after it's dry. You can heat it up and let it melt, and then just spread it out with the brush on this. Another benefit of this is that you can use it more than once without messing up your makeup. And one thing I don't like about the manual crimper style ones is they have to be kind of pressed against your eye, and they can strip off your eye makeup if you've already done your eyeshadow. So this type of eyelash curler is really nice to help prevent that. One of the cons is the fact that it is hot. So it's like a curling iron, right? It's a curling iron for your eyelashes. So when you're using it, you need to be absolutely careful not to let it touch your eyelids. As I mentioned earlier, you will burn yourself. It gets very, very hot. And the other thing that I don't like about this, as you've noticed, it does take a little while to do, and sometimes you have to continue doing it over and over and over again before your lashes finally start to show the curl. Now again, you can use it multiple times. It is very portable. This particular unit has a lid, so it kind of looks like either a mascara tube or a package you put a tampon in, or anything like this. It's portable. It fits in your purse, just like with your mascara. So that's another positive with this unit, is that it's very small, light, and portable. It takes AAA batteries. So if it doesn't heat up, you just change the battery and you're good to go. And yeah, I think it's a really great unit, but because it takes so long to use, I don't use it every time. I only use it when I'm trying to get a more dramatic look out of my eyes and try to make my eyelashes stand out a little bit more. But otherwise, it's something really great to have handy if you always have troubles with your eyelashes and you need something to help keep them curled most of the time. This is a really great unit. Alright, so once again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you go down below and click the subscribe button. So thanks for watching my video. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, make sure you click the thumbs up button down below. And stay tuned for my next episode where I talk about my emotional roller coaster, how I fought with emotions my entire life, and how they've just been going out of control since my transition began. Thanks, we'll see you later. Bye.